Hello and welcome friends. You are watching webinar on filing reply to demand notice DRC-06 on GST portal, and I am your presenter Pankaj Arora from team GSTN. We have been broadcasting such webinars on GST portal processes from past 2 years from now in collaboration with NEGD National E-Governance Digital India. So we will see why and in which cases, in what circumstances, the demand notices are issued by the tax department, and where the provisions of section 73 and 74 are invoked while issuing demand notices. And we will have an overview of the process of adjudication, and we will also see through live demo that how these notices which are issued by the tax department or taxpayer, how the taxpayer can view and download these notices at GST portal. We will do this by live demo, and I will also demonstrate the functionality of replying the notice at GST portal. The reply to notice at GST portal, which is the topic of this presentation, is in form DRC-06, and we will also demonstrate, we will see the demonstration of how to view the orders, if any, has been issued by the tax officials, by the taxpayer on the GST portal dashboard. And at the end of it, I would like to take some questions from the participants of this webinar. So let's start, and we will see where the provisions of section 73 will be invoked. So in short, section 73 of GST Act covers determination of tax which has not been paid or short paid or has been erroneously refunded, or if the ITC has been availed wrongly or utilized wrongly. But the reasons should not be for such non-payment or short payment or erroneous refund or ITC wrong or wrong availment should not be the fraud, willful misstatement, suppression of facts to evade tax. So if there are other reasons that other than as mentioned as fraud, willful misstatement or suppression of facts to evade tax, in such case the notice will be issued by the tax official invoking the provisions of section 73. But on the other hand, if the reasons for such non-payment, short payment or erroneous refund or the ineligibility of ITC credit are by reasons of fraud, willful misstatement or suppression of facts to evade tax, if such circumstances are there, then the provisions of section 74 will be invoked in the notice issued by the tax department. So let's see what are the circumstances when the notice is issued under section 73 or 74. Let me clarify from the beginning that whatever cases, what are the list of cases I am mentioning, it is just for illustration. It is not the exhaustive list. So the reasons or the circumstances in invoking the notice, issue of notice by the tax official may be many more than what I am illustrating in this presentation. So the demand under demand proceedings, notice proceedings under section 73 or section 74 can be initiated either if the department come to know any instance of short payment or non-payment or the erroneous refund or the irregular availment of ITC on the basis of any inspection of survey conducted by the department, or it may be due to outcome of any audit or special audit proceedings conducted by the department, or it may be the outcome of scrutiny of return by your assessing officer. If some discrepancies are noticed, in such case, demand proceedings are initiated under section 73 or 74, whichever is applicable, for the demand and recovery of the such tax dues with interest, and also proposing penalty notice are issued. So as I have already illustrated that section 73 provisions are invoked in cases where the reasons for such short payment or non-payment are not involving fraud, willful statement or suppression of facts to evade payment of tax. So if these reasons are not there, there are normal reasons, bona fide is clear. In such case, the demand notice can be issued and its summary in form DRC-01 at electronic portal, GST portal by the tax official, and these notice and its summary in form DRC-01 will be available to the concerned taxpayer at his dashboard. So on the other hand, the provisions of section 74 are invoked where the notice is issued in case where the reasons of such short payment or non-payment involves any fraud, willful misstatement, or suppression of fact to evade payment of tax. By the tax department, tax of proper officer of the tax department in form DRC-01. So to in here I am giving some illustrations of some situations where the notice of demand can be issued. Please note that this list is not exhaustive. It is just for the illustrations. The reasons can be much more than that that prescribed in this presentation. So it may be issued where the taxpayer has violated the conditions prescribed for availing composition scheme, or where the ISD has distributed excess credit. So in such case, the notice shall be issued to the recipient, and ISD will be issued notice for the for imposing general penalty. And where the tax deductor has failed to comply with the TDS provisions, or the taxpayer fails to comply with the notice issued under 61, or explanation given is not found satisfactory after the scrutiny of return, then in such case, the tax department, the proper officer, can issue the notice. So in other matters where the notice can be issued and the summary of notice can be issued electronically at GST portal by the tax official will be the in the case of summary assessment, or where the case is recommended on the basis of audit or special audit, or it may be consequent to any survey of inspection conducted by the department. So in all such cases, the demand notices will be issued and for a concerned period, for a particular period, and where the demand notice has been issued in form DRC-1, and subsequently on the same grounds against the same taxpayer for the subsequent period, if the such demand is to be raised, in such case there is a provision for statement of demand and its summary in form GST DRC-02, where the issues and grounds are same, and notice has earlier been issued for the previous period. So in such case, the statement of demand and its summary in form DRC-02 can be issued. So here is an overview of the demand proceeding. If the, as I have elaborated in my presentation, if the tax official issues the demand notice in and summary in form DRC-01, or in case in the previous period on the same grounds, demand notice has been issued for subsequent period, DRC-02, that is statement of demand and summary in form DRC-02 can be issued. So if after issue of such notice or the statement of demand, the taxpayer has a choice to, after examining the issue raised in the notice, he can examine the issue, and if he ascertains, if he thinks that the tax is being demanded is right and he should pay it, he can pay it within 30 days from the issue of show cause notice, and then after payment he can file the intimation of such voluntary payment in form DRC-03. The such payment can be done if even before issue of show cause notice or statement, and within it also can be done within 30 days from the issue of show cause notice of statement of demand by the applicant, and in such case an intimation of voluntary payment will be made electronically by such applicant at GST portal in form DRC-03. And after such payment, voluntary payment, such intimation will be filed electronically in form DRC-03 at GST portal. And after ascertaining when the tax official gets such intimation, and after examining the calculation and other issues, he can issue an order in form DRC-05. And if he issues in order in DRC-05, then the proceedings which have been initiated by the initiation of show cause notice or by demand notice are deemed to be concluded by issue of DRC-05 order. So in such case, where the demand notice can be issued, this such demand notice will be available to the taxpayer at GST portal, and he is expected to file a reply. Suppose he is not able to file the reply within the period specified in the notice by the tax official, in such case he can apply for extension, and this facility of seeking extension is also available in the on the GST portal for the taxpayer. And after receiving his reply or the request for extension, the proper officer, the concerned tax official, can adjourn the case and give the fresh date for personal hearing. So as many as 3 times the hearing can be granted, but not more than that. And after examining the reply, when the taxpayer submits the reply in form DRC-06 at GST portal, the concerned officer examines the reply in this vis-a-vis the charges made in the show cause notice, and if he finds that the reply furnished by the taxpayer is satisfactory, then and he can also issue a notice for personal hearing. And after examining all the issues and submission made at the time of personal hearing, if the authority is satisfied, he can issue an order for dropping the proceedings in form DRC-05. If the reply is not satisfactory, then in such case, the adjudication order shall be served by the department. He will issue the order and determine the tax liability, the interest and penalty as applicable in the provisions. And the such order shall, in the summary of such order shall will be uploaded in form DRC-07. And if the tax and penalty, whatever the liability is there confirmed in the order, the demand and the DCR that will be updated, and the taxpayer shall be intimated through email regarding issue of such order. So we have seen that after issue of notice, the reply is to be furnished, the personal hearing can be granted, and reply will be examined. And based on the reply, if the proceedings, if by observing all due process of law, if the reply is satisfactory, then the order can, for dropping the proceeding, can be issued. Otherwise, the order under section 73 or 74 will be issued by the officer confirming the demand, interest and penalty as applicable. Here are some relevant forms and description for the reference of the viewers. Form DRC-01, as I said, that it will contain summary of the show cause notice. DRC-02 is the summary of his statement for the subsequent period, if the demand is to be raised on the same issue, on the same grounds, against the same taxpayer for whom, against whom a notice of demand has been issued during previous period. So DRC-03 will be for filing intimation of payment that has been done voluntarily by such taxpayer. It may be done before, even before issue of show cause notice, or within 30 days from the issue of show cause notice or statement, whatever it may be. And form DRC-04 is acknowledgement of acceptance of payment made voluntarily. Such acknowledgement will be issued by the tax official, and in case the SCN has been issued and reply has been filed, then in such case and the tax has been deposited on DRC-03, in such case, along with interest, in such case order for conclusion of proceedings will be initiated will be issued by the tax official, the proper officer, by in form DRC-05 on GST portal. So the reply which has to be filed electronically by the concerned taxpayer to whom the notice or the statement of demand has been issued in form DRC-06, and if in case the order has been issued, the summary of it will be available in form DRC-07. And in case there are certain errors apparent on the face of it, or there is something clerical error or typing mistake, in such case the order can be rectified on the application of the taxpayer and by suo motu by the tax officials. So when all such notices and orders are issued, the concerned taxpayer will get an intimation through SMS and email ID, notified email ID, and thus also the dashboard will contain such information in respect of a registered person. So when you will issue, when a notice will be issued under section 73 or 74, such the taxpayer can view such notice, and he can view the notice and along with the notice, the summary of such notice in form DRC-07 will be available for view and download to concerned taxpayer at his dashboard. And if any relied upon documents or supporting documents or annexures have been uploaded by the taxpayer with such notice or statement, these will also be available for view and download to the taxpayer so that he can file a considered reply to it. So the filing of reply in form DRC-06 is essential, especially in case where the notice or the statement of demand has been issued against you, and you have chosen not to make any payment within 30 days of show cause notice. If you want to contest the case on merit, in such case the reply is essential. Otherwise, upon receipt of such notice, you can make voluntary payment within 30 days of issue of show cause notice by using the functionality form DRC-03 which is available at a dashboard, and submit the intimation of such voluntary payment. So whenever such reply is filed, then the such ARNO case ID is updated at various stage. It will contain that reply has been furnished and it is pending for orders by tax official. And also the replies tab of the case details screen at the taxpayer dashboard will get updated with the record of the filed reply. And also upon filing of such reply, the acknowledgement will come to you at your registered email ID and SMS. It will contain the reference number of such filed reply. And all these replies and the attachments will also be made available to the tax officer's dashboard so that he can process your reply and issue the necessary orders. So what are the next steps after a taxpayer has replied to the notice? If reply to the notice has been furnished by the tax person within 15 days or within such period as extended by the proper officer, in such case, if the reply is satisfactory, then the proceedings can be dropped, and after dropping such proceedings, no further action will be taken in this regard by the department. Or as I already said, if the reply is not satisfactory or the taxable person fails to furnish reply of the notice within 15 days or extended period as extended by the proper officer, in such case the order may be issued by the officer based on the available information or record. And if the order has been issued wherein certain liability has been confirmed, then the electronic liability register will get updated, and a debit entry corresponding to the amount confirmed by such order will be updated in electronic liability register of the taxpayer. So here is the summary of the penalty implications under section 73. If a taxpayer pays the tax and interest as chargeable in the show cause notice, if he determines any amount which is to be paid by his own, then he can pay it before issuance of show cause notice. In such case, if he pays tax and interest, there is no penalty leviable on him on the said grounds or the said issue. Then if the notice has been issued invoking the provisions of section 73, if he pays pays the tax and interest and submits the intimation of voluntary payment on DRC-03 electronically and GST portal, in such case no penalty will be leviable on such person. And if the above two things are not met, not done by the taxpayer, in such case the 10 along with he has to pay along with the tax plus interest and the 10% of the tax or 10,000, whichever is higher in such case. And in case of section 74, where the short payment or non-payment or the erroneous refund or the wrong utilization of input tax credit is due to reasons of suppression, misstatement, or fraud with intent to evade tax. In such case also, if the person pays tax and interest before issuance of show cause notice, along with the 15% of the tax amount as penalty, then the proceedings will be dropped by the tax department. If the notice has been issued and within the 30 days after the issuance of such show cause notice, if such person pays tax plus interest and 25% of the tax amount as penalty, in such case also no further action will be taken by the department. And in case the order has been issued confirming the liability on the taxpayer and he invoking the provision of section 74, in such case, if such taxpayer pays the tax along with the interest under section 50 and the amount equal to the 50% of tax amount, that is within the 30 days from the communication of order, in such case also he will get the subsequent relief as mentioned in my presentation. Or and in any other case, the taxpayer will be liable to discharge the full amount as determined in the order along with the 100% of amount equal to tax as penalty. So whenever a taxpayer makes voluntary payment before the issue of show cause notice, the taxpayer will check and assess. If he is satisfied that the payment amount is correct, then he will issue acknowledgement of inform DRC-04, and he will also, if any differential amount is to be paid on on same grounds, then for notice can be issued for such demand of such differential amount. So whatever the stage will be, the taxpayer will get the due intimation at his notified email ID and notified mobile number, and the status also will be updated on his dashboard. It may be after the issue of acknowledgement or the issue of intimation of conclusion of proceedings, the issue of show cause notice or summary, whatever the stage will be, the status will be updated at the dashboard accordingly. So the next issue is what document will the taxpayer receive when the assessment order under section 73 or 74 is issued. Like in notice, he will receive two documents. One is order and the summary of order in form DRC-07. And if the adjudicating authority has annex some other documents, a relied upon document or some other thing, it will also be available to the for view and download to such taxpayer at his dashboard. So here is one question: how the adjournment can be seek by can be sought by such taxpayer if the tax official has not granted has specified any date for personal hearing. So such facility will be available after login to GST portal. You log into GST portal, click on services, then the other menu will be user services, and you can see additional notices or orders, view notices, and when you file reply, you can seek the adjournment, or you can seek the you can file your reply. So now I will give a live demo of how the notices will be seen and downloaded. So I am using for this demonstration, I am using the training environment, which is not the actual GST portal, but a replica it made for the presentation for presentation purpose and training purpose. So here you can see that this is the dashboard of taxpayer, and I have login using the training environment. And on my dashboard, you can see that there is a menu called tab called services. When I click on it, I get the sub menu as user services. And when I select the user services, you can see at the bottom that there is a sub menu view additional notices and orders. So I click on it. And once I click on it, you can see that all the notices and orders which have been issued in my case are available on my dashboard under the additional notices and orders tab. And you can see that it contains the type of notice like determination of tax, the description as show cause notice, and summary thereof in form GST DRC-01. So it will also contain a reference ID of such notice, and the date of issuance will be, as you can see, that in my case, this notice has been issued to me on 19th of Feb. So here I click, there is a hyperlink against the menu action, and view is given. When I click on view, the concerned case opens up at my dashboard. In the yellow band, you can see that there is one ARN number mentioned, that is application reference number, through which the notice has been issued to me. And there is my my temporary ID or the GSTN number will be auto-populated on my screen. On the date of application or case creation is 19 Feb in such case, and the status you can see that status is shown as pending for reply by taxpayer. On the vertical menu, you can see there are three menus: notices, replies, and orders you can see. So the blue icon you can see against notices. It contains the type of notice, the reference number, the issue date, due date to reply is mentioned as 22nd Feb 2019. That is today's date. So the due date to reply, I am replying on the due date, and personal hearing has been fixed in the department by the tax authority. In such case, it is contains yes, and it contains the section in which the notice has been issued. And when I can see it further that in attachment menu, the notice and the attachment has been the link for viewing the notice and attachment is available under the tab attachments. So you can see that under the link of notice. When I want to view or download the notice, I just click on the link given to it, and you can see that this notice has been downloaded. I am opening it now. So you can see that in such case, the issuing authority details are there in the notice, the reference number, date, along with my particulars, my GSTN number, my name and address is mentioned, and the tax period for such for which such notice is being issued, and it will also contain the act provisions of act and rules which have been invoked in the notice. And along with it, you can see that it details of, along with the brief of the case on the grounds, you can see that details of personal hearing are given. It will indicate the date by which the notice is to be issued, that is 22nd Feb 2019, and the time of personal hearing is also indicated, and the venue where the personal hearing will be held. So you can see that the taxpayer is to take into account such details of personal hearing and be present there either himself or through any authorized representative for submission of his reply or avail the opportunity of personal hearing. So it also contains the demand details under respective head, and in case the demand is made under IGST, the place of supply will also be mentioned. So it will also contain the details of the issuing authority. So this is the notice, and this is from GST DRC-01, that is summary of such notice. So the such summary will contain the breakup of demand under respective heads and the tax periods thereof in the summary, and it will be available for view and download to the concerned taxpayer. So I am coming back again. I have seen the notice and the attachment. You can see the attachment is given. When I click on it, the attachment will open. This I will have to examine along with the notice to examine the content for furnishing a suitable reply. So we have seen where to view such notices. It will be available under the services, user services, and additional notices orders menu. And you have seen that when you click on such notice, then your dashboard gives the information and the relevant attachments regarding it. So you can see and file it. Now we will see how to file reply to such notices. So the dashboard is same, the process is same. You will click on the after login, you will click on services, then user services. Then in the additional notices and orders tab, you will select the concerned notice and you will get the same dashboard. So at the time of filing reply, I will click on the reply tab here. And when I click on reply tab, the add reply buttons appears before me. So when I add my reply, you can see that this when I click on add reply, the type is date of show cause notice, SCN reference number, and the financial year is auto populated, auto generated along with the ARN, my GSTN number, and the date of application and the status. Status is still pending for reply by taxpayer. So here I can file my reply. So this is just for the purpose of illustration. So I can type my reply here also, and in case I require more documents to be attached in support of my claim, I can attach this also. There is one function, choose file, you can see under the attachment, and you can attach as many as 4 documents or 5 MG each. For it is allowed to attach up to 4 documents of 5 MB each. and but the format should be PDF or JPG. So here I am choosing to attach one file. When I choose to attach this file, I have already saved such reply, and you can see that reply to notice I have attached. Now I have to click on the verification. I will click on the name of authorized signatory, and then I will enter place. And here it is pertinent to mention that you should click preview. Once you click the preview, the draft reply which you are going to file will appear. So in the preview, you can see the taxpayer who is filing reply is expected to examine its content for its accuracy and completeness. And then you can see that after I've generated preview, so I am clicking on file. I am filing, so the normal message warning message comes. In my case, since I have to file using that EVC, so I will choose the option of submitting through EVC. So I have chosen this, and the OTP that has come on my mobile phone and email ID, which is registered as GST portal, I am entering such OTP and validating such OTP by clicking on such payment. And here you can see on the dashboard that it contains a message that your reply has been filed against reference number. It contains the reference number and date, and it gives me to facility to download this document. I can click there's a hyperlink, click here. If I click here, I get the downloaded copy of my reply. So here I have demonstrated how to how to view and download the reply of the show cause notice for your record. It will be available to you. So here I click OK. And you can see that in such case, now the status has been changed. The status has been changed to reply furnished, and it is pending for order by tax official, as you can see. So we have demoed it how to file reply in form DRC-06, which has been the topic of this webinar. And you can see that if some orders have been issued in your case, such orders will be available to you under the orders tab. I'm clicking on orders tab. Since no order has been issued, it is showing me status as reply furnished pending for order by tax official. In case the order has been issued, the orders can be viewed and downloaded at my dashboard as taxpayer after logging at GST portal. So we have seen how to view and such notices and furnish reply to it, and how to download the reply of such notices we have seen. Now I will show you where the orders will come. The orders will come, will be available after login. You will click on services, then you will click on user services, and you will have to go to view additional notices and orders. So once I click on it, I will get the full range of notices and orders issued in my case. So the case I have demonstrated for filing reply, since no order has been issued, I am choosing for demonstration purpose another order which has been issued in my case. So you can see that one order for general penalty has been issued in my case here. So it is available under general penalty as type of order, general penalty, and order for general penalty has been issued containing the reference ID, date of issuance, and I can view such order by clicking on such detail. Here you can see that the notices tab is there, replies and the orders. Order will contain, when I click on order, you can see the status of the order for creation of demand issue. The status is same, and it will contain the order and the attachment if any issued by the tax official in such case. So one thing I would like to demonstrate, in addition to that, I have already done that for the voluntary payment you can make by using DRC-03, and it will be available on your dashboard under user services, my application menu. Once you click on my application menu, then you can see that under the application type, there is a type mentioned as intimation of voluntary payment. You will have to select it, and you will have to click on the new application, and the application template in form DRC-03 will open to you, and you can fill it and make payment, and you can file it, and then the intimation of voluntary payment will be given. I will not dwell on this issue further, because we have already conducted webinars on form DRC-03, how to file intimation of voluntary payment in Hindi language, English, Tamil, and Marathi language. So these webinars on DRC-03 are also available on our YouTube channel. So you can see that intimation of voluntary payment in form DRC-03, we have already conducted webinars on this in 4 languages. So you can watch these recordings on the YouTube channel of Goods and Services Network. And I must also inform you that recently 4 short videos have been released by GSTN, and these are available to the taxpayer under the category of help menu under the respective application tab, and on the GST portal homepage, and also on YouTube channel of Goods and Services Tech Network. So these short video contains, one is official guide on filing application for advance ruling, which is to be filed online by registered taxpayer, and in case the such person is not registered, he is unregistered and want to file application for advance ruling, there is another short video released for it. And another third official guide has been released on taking action during advance ruling proceedings, and another useful short video released which is available on YouTube channel of Goods and Services Network is regarding searching my application, taking subsequent action. So you may refer to these short videos, and I will take some questions of the participants. So questions, one question has been asked whether after issue of order, whether any recovery notice will be issued separately. No, sir. If the order and its summary in form DRC-07 has been issued by the tax official, it will itself be treated as a notice for recovery, and there no separate recovery notice issuance is required in such manner. And one participant has asked, what will be the options after issue of order? So as I have already referred in my presentation, that you can pay the applicable tax and interest and the applicable penalty as I have described in my presentation. If you can pay it, then the proceedings can be closed, or even after issuance of order, if the section order has been issued on section 73, you can pay the tax, interest, and the penalty. So in case of section 74, if the order has been issued, and you pay the tax, interest within 30 days of issuance such order, now the penalty will be reduced to 50% of the tax, you can avail the benefit of paying only 50% of the tax amount as penalty. So, and if you are making payment after 30 days of issuance of such order, in such case, 100% penalty will be payable by you along with the tax and interest. And also, if you are aggrieved with such order, you can file appeal with the appellate authority. That the appeal functionality is also available on GST portal. And also, if there is some error apparent on the face of it, of the face of order or clerical error, you may apply for rectification of such order. So these are the options available to the taxpayer after issuance of such order. So one participants asked what the suppression will mean. So suppression will mean that if there is some non-declaration of facts or non-declaration of information which is required to be declared by the taxable person in return or statement or report or in any other document, or the taxpayer fails to furnish any information when he is asked to do so by the tax department. In such case, the suppression may be invoked. So another questions. Sumit has asked, will the notice be automatically generated by the system? Sir, notice will be issued by the tax official electronically and it will be available. So notice will be not automatically generated at present. It will be after when the tax official files it electronically at it will be available at GST portal at taxpayers dashboard. So here is all I have. I hope you. I hope that this presentation has been helpful and useful to you. And if you have any queries regarding this presentation, this you may when all this webinar recording will be available on our YouTube channel, Goods and Service Tax Network, and also on Digital Learning YouTube channel. So you can comment, you can use, you can comment in the comment box against such recording at YouTube channel, and we will definitely try to resolve your queries. So please connect with us on our Facebook page, GST Systems India, and our Twitter handle is Ask GS Tech, wherein you can ask your questions, queries, or report any problems, mention any ticket number for resolution of a problem. We regularly update our social media pages through different regarding new functionalities, new improvements and features on GST portal. And you can also watch this webinar recording and all such webinars. Till now we have, this is our 103rd webinar on GST portal processes. You can, all these recordings are available on our YouTube channel of Goods and Services Network. Please subscribe. And apart from the webinar recordings, many short videos, computer-based trainings are available for the use of the taxpayers. So please subscribe to our social media page and connect with us for such useful information. So here is from Team GSTN, Pankaj Arora, thanking you all viewers. You have spared your valuable time in watching this webinar, and I must thank my team GSTN for Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, Senior Vice President OCB, Ms. Kajal Singh, EVP Services, and Mr. Prakash Kumar, CEO GSTN, for their invaluable inspiration and support in conducting these presentations. And my GSTN training team officials, Mr. Veer Singh, Mr. Sateshwaran, for answering your queries live during the live recording of this webinar, and Ms. Neera Tamta and Rekha Tatawat for their support in all possible ways. And my IT team, IT team colleague, Mr. Rajiv and Monesh Sharma. And I must also convey my heartfelt thanks and gratitude toward the team NEGD, Digital India team, who has provided us this wonderful performance for conducting such presentation, for reaching out to you, Mr. Shelu Rao, Ms. Bhumika Suri, and Mr. Vimal Sharma of team NEGD. So here is a big thank you for you participants for watching this webinar. Stay connected, keep on learning. Let's keep on learning. Thank you very much from Pankaj Arora from Team GSTN. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.